I just left the home improvement store, one of the many around here, and I picked up some concrete, just a few bags. I did the math, and 5 bags is all I'm gonna need, but I have a spot to fill in the cellar. There used to just be a big clump of dirt. I dug it out, hauled all the dirt outside and sifted through it, poured the dirt in the front yard to fill in a couple low spots, and just threw all the rock and stuff away. But I'm gonna fill it in with concrete, and we can use it to put totes or anything on. Just cover it with concrete, get rid of the mud down there. Hopefully some of the musty odor from the wetness. It's really a challenge dealing with the water that gets in the cellar of this house. It just takes on a lot of water. It's an old home, built in 1885 or thereabouts, and just a lot of issues I'm gonna have to work through here in the next couple of years. So we're getting started. Not really started. I've been working on it, but this will be one of the first real remodeling type restoring videos that we've done, just to show you a little bit of what we're doing.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Happy New
Year!
Happy New Year! It's New Year's Day today.
I know.
2019.
Yep.
This is the year my friend's mom and my mom will
And-
officially be 40, and I'll
and
be 10 before you know it.
I'll be 7 next month on the 7th. So I'm gonna have my golden birthday. Because I'm 6.
What's in the bucket? It's not sodium, whatever, pentahydrate.
It's
Concrete.
common dirt. Never used concrete mixing before. It's pretty nice. in 2 buckets.
Smoky basement time.
Man, I don't know. I did the math and it said 5 bags would be enough, but not looking like it so far. I'm skeptical.
That looks much better with that extra.
I'm not a professional concrete guy, or mason. But I think that'll work. So there's the sump pit. As you can see, the water in here can get pretty bad, but this is really nothing. There used to be an old cistern outside, and after a thaw of snow in the spring, and if we get heavy rains, the water backs up in that cistern and finds its way in. That's what that hole is right there. The water comes in and it carries a lot of mud and just junk with it. And anyway, about 3 or 4 years ago, the water started filling up, the sump pump quit working, and the water got up into the old boiler and cracked the boiler. And I took a couple of days off of work, 3 days, and my mom bought a new boiler and I put all this in.
And that was when she still lived here.
That was when she still lived here. But that was the straw that broke the camel's back, and after that she said she was ready to sell the place to us and move. This house had just become too much for her. So back here,
When we first moved in.
yeah, I did. That pile of dirt right there is probably about 2 feet high, and it was like that all back in here. And as you can see, this foundation is failing. And the plan is to dig it out and start over. So our back room, where our bathroom is now, and our laundry room is coming down. And this foundation is going with it. And we'll try to get rid of this cistern problem we will get rid of this cistern problem and the water that comes from it.
Because we're 100% sure this is where our little squirrel friends get in the house.
Sure.
But this room used to be the coal room.
Yeah, and
And that little, I think that little doorway right there, isn't that where they would dump the coal?
I don't know.
There, somewhere they would dump the coal in, like when they had coal deliveries. So this room would just be full of coal, and then they would shovel it, take it and shovel it into the old coal-fired boiler that was right here. And you can still see, that's the chimney that was used, and it runs all the way up through our kitchen and then up through one of our bedrooms, out the roof. But that's the chimney that the coal boiler.
My grandpa he told me he used to shovel rats and mice that were down here dead into the coal furnace and burn them. I believe it. I've only seen one rat, and it got into my bedroom when I was like 15 or 16 maybe. It woke me up in the middle of the night. I got woken up to a rat in my bedroom, and it was not cool at all. I went downstairs, told my dad, who was downstairs sleeping on the couch, and so I stayed down on the couch and let the rat do whatever it did. The next morning I was woken up to my grandpa, grandma, mom and dad talking about the rat. I could hear them. They were in the kitchen drinking coffee, and I heard my grandpa say, just let him sit there and fill up. And the rat had got up, made its way downstairs, had got up on the bread counter, and it tore open a bag of bread and was just eating all the bread. So my grandpa said, just let him get his fill. And that rat was getting fat and sassy, and grandpa took a tennis racket over and smacked it and killed it.
And why were your grandparents
He
here?
was awesome. Because they were probably going down to Florida or coming home from Florida. Go to Florida in the winter and come up here in the summer. My grandparents bought this house in 1946. My dad grew up here, and he died in 1996, and my mom lived here till 2017, and that's when we bought it from her and moved in. So this is our little baby now, and our plan is to restore it, make it look nice again. This is going to be our home. This is home.